Well, we are starting a new children's foundation to honor Nathan O'Brien, our 5-year-old son, now 6, I guess. He just had his 6th birthday here in September. And it's a private children's charitable foundation in memory of him. So it's come about really quickly in the past, I'd say, month or so. It's kind of come on, and we have all the legal work finalized and everything's completed for the foundation itself. So this year we're actually ready to grant some money to some charities of choice, which is really exciting. So we have a couple ideas of where we think that money will go, with the help of our son Luke, and the help of
Nathan's best friend Carolyn and her sister Courtney are also involved in the granting of charity money this year.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to having the opportunities to help others that are less fortunate and need a helping hand in this world. With keeping in mind that it's all in the name of Nathan and that he's guiding us to what we... Sorry. Of keeping in mind that, Nathan's spirit is still alive, and he's going to guide us from here on in, and with the help of us, and do some good work in this world and show that we're ready to give back on a lifetime basis. So
yeah, we've had some really remarkable people come into our lives, so with the help of remarkable people, this foundation is able to come about. And it's, like I said, a private children's foundation, so it's not actually a foundation where we'll go and raise money or do any fundraising. So it will just be gifting money, and that's the mission, is to follow Nathan's example of kindness and compassion and do good for others. So that's our goal, and we kind of have some pillars that we believe are where we want to spend the money, being sports for kids that are underprivileged, maybe don't have opportunities that others do. So that's kind of one thing that we want to include, and then just kids' health and wellness altogether. So yeah, so I think it'll be really good.
So can you talk a bit about this this person that came into your life to help you with this foundation?
During this time and over the summer, it was through a GoFundMe site that an anonymous individual from the United States wanted to get involved, and he was deeply affected by Nathan, and he was a very Christian faithful kind of guy.
He grew up, so he has 2 brothers himself, so he immediately relates.
And so he came to us, and we basically only found out 4 to 6 weeks ago. We had heard talk of a trust through our neighbor Greg Head, and Greg Head has formed a relationship with him, but he's actually made the commitment to donate $1 million to the Nathan O'Brien Children's Foundation, and he will sit on the board, as well as myself, Jennifer, and Greg. And then when we can no longer do it, it'll pass to our children, and they'll sit on the board to grant money every single year in Nathan's name.
Fantastic. So, how do you hope for your children?
For me personally, I don't discount the weight of... Almost nobody ever gets this opportunity to, with such a large endowment, to carry on something in their children's name ever. It just doesn't happen. We hit the lottery with the grace of a good person,
It's changed our lives, but it also has the opportunity to change our kids' lives.
Change our kids' lives, and they get to keep Nathan in the present, in their minds, always, helping other children in Nathan's name. Like, Nathan is not going away. Nathan will be a part of their lives each and every day, each and every year, from here on. And when they're adults, their children are going to know Nathan O'Brien. Like, it's not going anywhere. Like, he's here to stay. So that's a gift, and we're very humbled by this opportunity as parents, and the fact that it's not just our family, but Nathan's best friends are going to be helping out, and that we're also going to be helping out, children's lives. And it's not just Calgary; it's anything we choose. The United States, Canada, and we actually, it's just the gift of. I still can't fully comprehend what is happening with these people that are helping us. You know what I mean? So.
And it's good because it gets to teach our kids about what's going on in the world and where they can help other kids in need, so it opens their eyes, and it really turns the focus out on other people, which I think is such a valued thing in this world, to help others. And I just think that I'm excited to raise Nathan and Max, or Luke and Max, and have that, for the rest of their lives. Like, that's something that people strive to do, like look outside of themselves and how they can help others, right? And so it'll just become part of their lives, and I think that it'll be a really great thing for them to be involved in, for sure.
So you guys were, a private tragedy turned so public. I mean, your story was known around the world, and a lot of people. There's been this, quiet. What for people who across the country who may be watching this, catch them up a little bit. Like, what's the last couple of months been like for you?
Well, personally, in the normal sequence of events, when you lose anybody naturally, it's usually a short-term affair. For us, it's been a 3-month funeral between Nathan and Jennifer's parents. It's been 3 months before we even crawled out of the ocean of life that we've been treading water. Now we're just somewhat sitting on the beach trying to catch our breath and figure out what we're going to do from here on in. And that's the good thing about this foundation is, well, most everyone doesn't have this opportunity.
It's kind of a lifeline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God has tapped us on the shoulders and said, "This way, guys. Follow me."
It's almost like gives us the purpose again, like obviously our kids are a purpose for us to keep going, but gives us somewhat of a purpose to keep going, do something. So
it provides hope on certain days when we need hope,
Yeah.
So when I say we haven't fully comprehended everything that's going on, at the same time, I'm very at peace with this becoming a lifelong endeavor for us. And as we get going in life and, coming back as a family, then it's just going to provide joy for us to keep Nathan in the present. To actually go out into the community and say, we're here to help, and meet those individuals and say, this is what we can do. Thank you.
What do you think Nathan would think of this?
Nathan would be all over it because he led the way in life. He was always a very warm, outgoing individual. The reason we have our best friends are in this bay is because of our son Nathan, because he went and knocked on doors and got their kids out, and they became his best friends, which then their parents became our best friends, and so Nathan is still living. His spirit is still working. It's
our new way of working with Nathan, right?
We've lost access to his physical self, but we're still going with Nathan. So yeah, he's just going to hit more people now on a deeper level. So we're excited. I'm excited to see who we get to meet on this journey and what we can do.
But
right?
we also want to do something annually, like, so I think it'll be really cool because if we can get his school and his soccer mates involved and
his
his hockey association, which they've been absolutely amazing throughout this process, but it would be really beautiful to do an annual charity event and we get to grow
Partner
up
with
and watch all of his friends grow up. You know what I mean? And have that event, and they'll always remember too, right?
Right.
And so it's really nice to do things and all do it in his name like that. That's nice.
And you had so much of across the country and across the world, people sharing their sorrow with you and reaching out to you. Was that did that buoy your spirits? Did that, what impact has that had? A lasting impact on you?
Yeah.
It's had an impact at the same time as, we still miss Nathan, and we're trying to cope and get this foundation off the ground and keep the goodness of life and hope alive. We have our children, but like you said, people from around the world, like I've heard from people from Syria, war-torn countries, Canada, the U.S., it's come from all over Africa, and it's reached everywhere. Like, it's been around the world, India, Southeast Asia, and we read these things, and when we read them, we're very thankful. We can't get back to everyone just because it would be impossible. But we just, as parents, all we can say is thank you, and we'll do our very best to take that exchange of love and grace and condolences and, channel that into our children, Nathan's Children's Foundation, and have that exchange between condolences now to joy and hope for us. So
transform that pain into something good.
Yeah.
Fantastic, you guys. You probably don't need